Today was a day where my expectations were slapped in the face with reality. I set out in my van across the eastern coast of Australia to seek inspiration for my artworks. But the sunny summer escape quickly turned to be a week of miserable rain, and today was no exception. We pulled up in Port Macquarie, and with a coffee in hand I set out to find a location to set up my easel. This spot seemed good, but there was too much traffic. This one was perfect. But as the clouds started to roll in, I was struck by the muted tones of the seascape. My goal for the day was to contrast the softened and stormy pigments with the vibrant colours I'd been enjoying over the last week. I had planned to put out the awning, but with clouds rolling in, I realised I needed to set up my easel on the inside of the van today. This was a new experience for me, but surprisingly, it was quite comfortable. I'm currently fascinated by the theme of water, so I sketched out a portrait from the viewpoint below the surface of the water, looking up. I have to admit that I was working from a photo today because there wasn't much to enjoy outside. It may seem ironic that I travelled to a surf beach paradise only to paint inside four walls, but there was still something incredibly beautiful about the sound of rain falling on the fiberglass roof and the crashing waves in the distance. So as I started approaching the skin tones, I began to use rich and warm colours to contrast with the cool greens and blues of the water. This was when the painting started to come together for me. I enjoyed the shimmers of light that fell on the skin. There's a beautiful rhythm and movement to water that always does interesting things to light. These underwater scenes fascinate me. I love the play of light, but also the multi-dimensional planes where you can appreciate space underwater, whilst also enjoying the surface of the water and looking through to the area beyond the surface of the water. Monet's an inspiration here. He does this beautifully in his paintings of lily pads. You look upon, you look beneath, and you look beyond the water. Painting from a van is definitely a unique experience. Unlike an art studio, when you're on wheels, things just don't always go to plan. But that's okay. It's essential to adapt and make the most of situations, and there's beauty in these unexpected moments. Finalising this sketch, I packed my supplies and put the artwork back into my storage rack. This rack has been a handy way to travel with oil paints. I'm off to a new adventure now. Where to next? Who knows? But thanks for following me on this little stop off, and don't forget to subscribe for the next leg of the trip. See you soon.